Guys, Ruben Amorim has come out with some very strong comments post the Leeds game, and it's no surprise because it was a build up from yesterday and the pre-match press conference, which I spoke on, and people failed to really understand what that press conference about. But like I said, with this manager, you have to read between the lines. But today, he went all in. Like he slated the board and the people above him who are making the decisions. Clearly, he's dissatisfied by one. They're trying to make him change system, which they brought him here to do. They brought him here to play 3-4-3, and now they want to change the system. Just clueless decisions being made above us, above him. And this is my point, guys. This is my point. And this is why I get so agitated with United fans who fail to understand that you're not the freaking manager. You're not the fucking manager. I'm dissatisfied with his decisions, the way he picks his midfield and the way he sets up and his choice of players who he puts on sometimes. But you cannot fail to forget that he inherited players who have failed in a 4-3-3 system. He's inherited players that have failed other managers, and he's been brought here to play a 3-4-3, which is completely different from what we're used to, and he has got zero backing. And that's what people can get through their thick skulls. Honestly, most of our fans are dumb as fuck. I'm sorry to say, y'all are dumb as fuck. Just focus on the things that matter. Don't be so short-sighted. You guys get so short-sighted about things. It doesn't matter about how he's playing the team is picking. He knows his system. Give him the tools, and if he fails, he gets to sack him. But if you sack him now, you can't say what could have been if he was fully backed. And that's the problem. The what could have been, that's the problem, because you cannot sack him and comfortably say that you gave him the tools for the job. You gave him the scaffolding to reach the top of the building and paint it. There was zero scaffolding. He's got no support from the board, and that's my problem here. We had moments and games like the Arsenal game at the beginning of the season, and just some games where you could see that you could see the system is possibly gonna work, where you can see the system looks good. But the problem with that is you don't have the people with the know-how. It's the perfect way to put it. You're trying to use paper glue for an appliance repair. That is dumb as fuck. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So he doesn't have the right tools for the job. And he's doing the best he can with the group. But that paper glue is not gonna hold an appliance together. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna hold an appliance material together. That's the problem. Soon enough, papering over the cracks, it gets exposed again. And that's the problem. He's not been backed. And I'm just gonna read out his comments real quick because this is insane. He's done something similar to Ronaldo. And please, if there's any Portuguese watching this video right now, guys, is it how you guys usually are? Very honest people? Because I really love that. I love people who are honest. And every time you get United fans that say, oh, we want honesty, we want a manager that's honest and in tune with the fans. And then you get honesty and you fold like a massive lawn chair. It's fucking disgusting, guys. You want honesty? Yeah, I want honesty. But when honesty comes, you fold. It's so annoying. Some of you are dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. But it has to be said. Stop being so short-sighted, because that's what's keeping the board That's what's keeping this board in the job. And that's why everyone being so short-sighted when Ronaldo came out with the Piers Morgan interview. Everyone's talking about shit that doesn't matter. We're talking about, oh, Ronaldo has an ego, his ego's hurt. Bro, we've been calling out for someone to expose the board, and he did that at the risk of his salary, the risk of his contract and what's left, not taking any money and just leaving after that interview. He did that. And we were supposed to exploit that to get these people out. But guess what? We didn't exploit that, and we let it go, and that's why we have Ineos, who's just pretty much continuing the job of the Glazers. And now you're having someone else do it, and you want to listen. I mean, you look at people like Jamie Carragher, who after the game is saying he's a bad manager or whatever. Let me see if I could pull out the comments of Jamie Carragher, because that was absolutely just disgusting. You have someone who's talking about the club who is not even a United fan, and you want to listen to that? Guys, we have to wake up. That's the problem. We have to wake up, because we're not doing enough, and that's why we still have these people. We as fans are not doing enough, and that's why we still have people like this, a board like this. That's why we still have a board like this. So Jimmy Carragher on Ruben Amorim, he's not good enough to be a Manchester United manager. He's barely competent enough to be a Premier League manager right now. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Just chatting bullshit. Just sound dumb as fuck. And that's the problem. We listen to people like this and put them on a pedestal, but they're stupid as fuck. Because how can you say that when the manager hasn't been backed? He's missing crucial tools. No wing play, no creativity. He's had so many injuries. And January transfer window, we decide to do nothing. And then we're forcing comments out there. We're forcing reports out there that the manager has to change his formation, and internally they've told him to change his formation, and it just doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit right with him, and that's gonna move me nicely to what Amorim said. Let's get into what Amorim said, right? So just give me 1 second. 1 second while I put it up, right? So this is one of the huge statements he made. He says, in every department, the scouting department, the sporting director needs to do their job. I will do mine for 18 months, and then we'll move on. Everyone has to do their job. It's not a one-man. If you think about so many times, and that's why it pisses me off when people say, oh, he got the board come out and they backed him when people were saying to change the formation. But he usually gets back in late, or when after so many press conferences they let him take the heat for so long. He's literally the fall guy every time, every press conference. You brought him there to play a particular system. You're not giving him the players to play that, and then you're hanging him out to dry in press conferences, and just he has to come out and talk about things that is not even related to the team, things that a manager shouldn't be talking about. And now you don't agree with his system, which you brought him here for. You don't want to even back him with the signings. It's just a terrible scenario, and it's just bad. So Ruben Amorim, when asked if the relationship with the board has changed, he had this to say. He said, guys, I noticed that you receive selective information about everything, thereby calling out the people pushing out information there about his formation. And he went on to say, I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach. Very, very, very straightforward. I know my name is not Conte, Tuchel, or Mourinho, but I'm the manager of Manchester United. Clearly, promises have been broken there. And now they're trying to make him changes for me. They're trying to tell him what to do as if he's a Sunday league coach. It's absolutely terrible. And I want to give him props, big props for coming out to do this. Like I said, Ronaldo did similar, and we just missed the point. Are we going to miss the point again? Is this going to be another time we will let the fish off the hook? If we do that again, we're still going to be here the next 10 years. The next 10 years being in a fucking cycle, in a hamster wheel. Don't miss the fucking point, guys. Open your damn eyes. It doesn't matter what you think of how the manager's playing, how he selects his team. That shit does not matter. Has he been given the tools for the job? No. It's simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. I might not agree with Bruno in the midfield. I might not agree with Zexi not being played, because clearly you can see Zexi holds up the ball better, and Sesko, I just don't understand that. But Amorim wanted Oli Watkins, and what did he get? He got Sesko, who is not proven in the Premier League and is still a project. We're sending someone on loan in Hoyland, a project, to bring in another project, and then you're leaving the striker, you've hung the striker out to dry because he's a kid. He's a kid who's still learning, and you're making him the focal point of the team, and it's just putting added pressure. Sesko is not even getting the pressure that he should get, because the things are so heated between the manager and the board. But Sesko, honestly, has not been living up to par. But he is not the problem we should be talking about. The board is the problem. Guys, open your eyes. Open your eyes. It's getting delusional. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.